Sorry, Phil, do you want a breather?
Do you want a breather?
No, mate, no, it's okay. Yeah. I could always do the breather well.
Yeah,
Folks, if you can raise your hands while we're going through the translation, that'd be great. But do we have a starter?
¿Alguien para comenzar?
Craig, what's your overriding emotion after that?
Well, disappointment obviously to go out, but immensely proud of the performance tonight. And I thought we ran an excellent team in Madrid. We gave them a really good shot at it, and as you say, the players can be immensely proud of their performance, but they're very disappointed to ultimately go out.
Bueno, la pregunta, ¿cómo es el vestuario? ¿Cuál es el sentimiento justo después del finalizar el partido? Bueno, un sentimiento de decepción, pero a la vez orgullo, porque yo creo que hemos encontrado un gran Atlético de Madrid y hemos luchado hasta el último momento, amenazando, llevando la lucha a ellos. Entonces, muy orgulloso, pero teñido con decepción.
Laurie, please.
Hi, Craig.
Hi.
Diego's just said that Atletico were fearful of what you guys might produce on the attack in the second half, and it seemed an inspired change at half-time. I know it didn't quite get the job done, but it certainly gave them a lot of questions. Was that something that you'd planned in advance, and how well did that go for you, do you think?
We had planned it in advance. We spoke about different scenarios. I didn't expect to do it that early. Obviously, it had to be tactical at half-time. I thought we actually played all right first half, but we needed to be more of a threat in their half, especially in front of goal. And we spoke about playing direct, playing Jamie and Riyad just off Leo, playing with wing-backs. As I said, we'd worked and spoke about it, but I didn't expect it to do that early. But I thought the players' attitude to make that work was first class, and you could see second half. We got the goal, and then we couldn't quite get the breaks that was needed to get the more goals.
Diego ha mencionado que habéis luchado sin cesar y que con el recambio táctico ha sido excelente. ¿Es algo que habías planificado o habías hablado antes del partido? Sí, habíamos hablado de esto antes del partido, pero el único cambio no teníamos la intención de implementarlo tan temprano en el partido. Pero en el descanso lo hicimos, y la situación de jugar con carrileros, de tener Ochoa y luego dos con Mahrez y Jamie justo detrás en el hueco, nos funcionó muy bien, porque en la primera parte no teníamos llegada, casi no llegamos tan a menudo a la puerta. Entonces íbamos más directamente en el segundo tiempo y conseguimos el gol y el sistema funcionaba, pero luego después en los rechaces y en los rebotes no entró, no tuvimos una oportunidad clara para hacer el segundo gol.
In terms of a tactical challenge over the two matches, does it not get much more testing than taking on this Simeone Atletico Madrid team?
Well, I've said before that their history speaks for itself. Finalists in 2 of the last 3 years, I think it is, and we knew what type of challenge it would be put in front of us. But again, from the first leg, we still felt we were in the tie. We had a right go tonight, but ultimately we've just failed at the last hurdle.
Pero satisfacción, ¿no? Después de haber luchado tanto contra un gran equipo de Simeone. Sí, nos ha servido de una prueba muy importante, y he dicho antes que este equipo es un gran equipo. El Atlético, finalista 2 veces en 3 años, siempre iba a ser un desafío, un reto muy importante. Pero al último momento no lo considero un fracaso, pero hemos intentado hasta el último momento y por pelos no pudimos alcanzarlo.
Paul, please.
What will this do for Leicester? Because in your debut Champions League season, you've been the best of the English teams, and you've given last year's finalists a real run for their money. What's the benefit now to Leicester from this?
Well, I hope the benefit is they want some more of it, because as you say, they're very disappointed in there, but ultimately, you know, what I've said to them, they can be proud of what they've achieved. As a football club, I think we can be proud of how we've conducted ourselves and how we've gone about it. But they should want more of this, because ultimately all players want to play at the highest level, and the Champions League is the highest level. But we have to get back to winning ways in the Premier League now.
¿Cuál será? Bueno, Leicester ha terminado el mejor de los equipos ingleses en la Champions, entonces orgulloso, pero ¿cuál será el beneficio en el futuro para el club? Bueno, yo creo que el beneficio inmediato es que los jugadores han tenido el gusto de la Champions, un gusto, y querrán más. Yo creo que hay mucha decepción en el vestuario, pero también existe orgullo también entre ellos. Yo creo que el club, tanto el equipo y los jugadores, hemos actuado muy bien en este torneo durante toda la temporada, y reconocemos que el nivel de fútbol es el nivel más alto que hay en cuanto a clubes cuando se juega en la Champions, y espero que hay manera de volver a jugar en esto de nuevo.
Hi, hello, Greg. You faced an Atletico team that has reached the semi-finals for the third time in 4 years. Do you think this Simeone team has what it takes to win the Champions League?
Yes, I think, as you say, been unfortunate the last few years, and we can see the quality not only tonight but in the previous game. And as you say, there'll be some tough opponents in the semi-finals, but I don't see any reason why not.
Entonces has jugado una eliminatoria, 2 partidos frente a este Atlético, semifinalista 3 veces en 4 años. ¿Consideras que pueden llegar a un día o ganar el trofeo este año, por ejemplo? Bueno, yo creo que sí. En el pasado han tenido mala suerte en 2 finales, pero yo creo que tienen calidad suficiente para llegar al final y por qué no ganarlo. Pero claro, una vez que llegas a semifinales existen unos rivales muy complicados también.
Craig, the Leicester story has captivated world football the last sort of 12, 18 months. What does the future hold for the club, the next season, the next 5 seasons, and can you realistically get back to this stage in that time?
Well, again, I think I've said before that I'm not looking that too far ahead. I think you've got to be careful that you don't get too carried away in football. We have to concentrate on points in the Premier League now. We have to concentrate on climbing up the league. And so the focus can't be too far away. We have to, the here and now is the important bits, and Arsenal, a week tomorrow, on the Wednesday, is the next game.
Bueno, la historia, esa aventura que ha conocido la ciudad de Leicester y el club ha sido increíble, pero ¿cuál será el porvenir, el futuro inmediato y dentro de un periodo de 3 o 4 años más, en las próximas temporadas? ¿Podéis volver a este escenario? Bueno, yo creo que en el fútbol no hay que pensar demasiado en el futuro. Yo creo que es más vale pensar en lo presente, y puntos ligueros son los que cuenta ahora. Hay que volver al día a día en la liga, y próximo encuentro dentro de una semana fuera de casa el miércoles que viene al Arsenal, y tenemos que subir, cosechar puntos para subir y ascender en la clasificación.
Graham, please.
Craig, you said that you wanted your players to want more of this, more of the Champions League. Do you want to be the man that leads them there from next season, the start of next season?
Again, it's not in my hands. I think it's the club's hands, and I've said on many occasions that we'll sit down at the end of the season. I'm more than happy to sit down before that if it arises. But again, the contract says to the end of the season. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the Champions League, and as I say, you're pitting your wits there against one of the best managers in the world, one of the best sides in the world. So, from experiences, it's been really, really good. And as you say, now it's a time to reflect. And I'm sure at the end of the season I'll be able to reflect on my own performance as well as the club's.
Bueno, has mencionado que los jugadores van a tener un hambre para repetir estos triunfos en la Liga y en la Champions. Pero usted se considera que vas a ser el hombre, el entrenador para dirigir esta progresión y esta vuelta a la Champions. Bueno, yo creo que más vale hablar cuando finalice la temporada. Yo puedo decir que he disfrutado todo esto, he disfrutado la oportunidad de competir con los mejores entrenadores del mundo, tal como es Diego Simeone. Ha sido una buena experiencia para mí y para el club, pero yo creo que final de temporada es un momento para reflejar. Si quieren hablar conmigo antes, aún mejor, pero yo creo que el momento idóneo a final de temporada.
We'll take one more from Rob, please.
What's the diagnosis on Wes Morgan?
I'm thinking it's just cramp. Obviously, he hadn't trained a lot in the last month, and he was 50-50, and it was more or less in the last 3 days where he included in the group in the training. It was a big ask for him of a game of this magnitude, but I thought he was excellent, and we're thinking it's cramp. Hopefully it's no more, but I've only just seen him briefly at the end, so I'm going to wait for more of a heads up on it from the physios when I get back now.
¿Alguna opinión médica sobre el estado de Wes Morgan, el capitán que salió lesionado? Bueno, igual no ha entrenado mucho, un par de semanas sin jugar, entonces igual tiene la pierna dura. ¿Calambre? ¿Se dice? Sí, calambre en la pierna. Gracias.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everybody?
Okay. All the best.
Thank you.